trucks are full of so much crap you do not need. It's terrible shopping for a new truck. And obviously, I'm not going to buy a new truck. That's for idiots. But I needed a vehicle, and I wanted something I could haul some stuff with. Something practical. I wanted something small, good gas mileage, four-wheel drive, definitely not black, right? You wouldn't buy a black truck. So hard to keep them clean. And so I started shopping, and naturally, I did the exact opposite of what I intended to do. Yeah, that's right. I wanted something practical that got good gas mileage, and I said, you know what? Who gives a shit? I don't have a car payment. It doesn't really matter what fuel economy it gets. Something I'm going to put PLPD on. It can get 15 miles per gallon. And this thing's super simple, man. I mean, 5.9 Magnum, 250 horse, 345 torque. 4-speed automatic transmission. Sometimes, but the parts are available if your shift solenoids get crappy. And a limited slip with 392 gears in the back. What's not to love? It's everything that a new truck isn't, and that's why I love it. It's got a 6.5-foot bed. That's bigger than most full-size trucks today. Simple interior, absolutely love it. And you know, here's the thing. It's not fast, right? But it's not slow. Hot Rod tested these in the late 90s, managed to get a 1485 ET in the quarter mile. Dude, that's not bad, especially for the time. If you would have had an automatic Mustang GT, I think you'd have been a hell of a good race. And you might have been cooked if it was a non-PI, like a, 96, 97, 98. And they put their largest half-ton V8 engine in it from the pickup truck, full size. So this got the 5.9 Magnum. Nothing crazy, nothing special, nothing complicated. It's just a simple injection system. 8 spark plugs, 8 injectors. Throttle position sensor, obviously, kind of somewhat semi-modern stuff. Other than that, nothing crazy at all. And you can see it's pretty clean, it's pretty simple, and it's easy to service. I don't know if you can see in there the size of that pipe. It's got to be a 3-inch coming out to one large tip here. Sounds good. I couldn't help it, but let's go for a little ride in this thing. While it may look like a truck of the millennium, this thing really has the soul of the 1970s. The hunkered down stance, the wide tires, the torquey engine that doesn't make a lot of horsepower, the 392 rear end limited slip, the graphics somebody painted on it. This thing just screams stoplight to stoplight. Let's go have some fun. Let's go spin some tires. I've always thought these things were special because even though they're a vehicle of the millennium, it makes you think of music like Smash Mouth, Sugar Ray, stuff like that. They've got the soul of the 70s. Wide tires, low stance, torquey V8, rear wheel drive, no ABS, no traction control, 392 gears, limited slip. This thing's a little bit more debut album Van Halen, Running with the Devil. This thing really is a throwback, and they're never going to build anything like it ever again. God damn, being followed by the cops. I'm being followed by the cops again, and the funny thing is, the first day I had this, I got pulled over. To be fair, I was stopping and going, trying to dial in the TV cable. Yeah, okay, looked pretty suspicious. Didn't have my driver's license on me, and the plate didn't go to the truck. Yeah, that was day one. So I'm gonna bet this state boy's gonna hit his rollers. All right, well, he's gone. This thing really is just beauty and simplicity, I guess. Like I said, the cab isn't very big at all. You can see I'm kind of cramped in here, if you can see. And, it's simple. It's your column shifter, it's your radio, which actually sounds pretty good. It's an factory Infinity radio. You've got factory fogs, of course. That's mandatory for any sport compact truck in the 90s. Really any sporty vehicle. Fog lights were always like an indicator of being cool. but it's just fun to cruise. You know what I mean? It's really comfortable. The shifts are firm and direct. It's got a lot of torque. It's not fast by any means, but man, does it got great torque. 0 to 60 is around 7 seconds. Quarter miles around 1485 is tested by Hot Rod, was the best quarter mile time they got. I don't remember the miles per hour. Low 90s, 93, something like that. But for 99, you know, that was good enough to put up a fight as far as ET against the Mustang GT. It was not enough to take up the LS Camaros or anything, but this was kind of just thrown together, you know, and I think they did a pretty good job for what it is. I always find myself looking for a good deal, and that usually means looking for underappreciated cars. And in this day and age, man, with online auctions and stuff, dude, very few things are underappreciated. Everything gets exposure. But I think this might be one of the few that really still is truly underappreciated. You can pick one of these things up. I mean, I've seen them for $6,500, decent driver condition, you know, up to 15 or 20 for like super low mile stuff. But we'll say in that 10 grand range, you've got quite a pick. I paid a little less than that for this. I might have paid too much. I'm not sure. I paid $8. It does need tires, and I'm going to do some servicing to the transmission solenoids just because I want to return the shifting to stock settings. Right now, it shifts a little bit late. Dude, I love driving this thing. I really hope you guys can see me and that it's not just completely invisible. But that's okay. It's wet out, so you really can't give it too much. It would just spin for days. But yeah, it's nice, it's healthy, it's torquey, it feels good. And the beauty is, you know, it's just a simple truck. You know, this thing, when equipped with like a class 4 receiver, can tow 6,700 pounds. I mean, you know, that's decent. That's right on par with the mid-size stuff today. I had a Ranger, a 2020. That was only, I think it was around 7,000, 7,700. This isn't far off. The gearing and the torque definitely help. But it really isn't just a one-trick pony, you know. This thing isn't just like a tire burner straight line vehicle. These things are lowered like 2 inches versus a regular unit. They do have bigger sway bars, and they do have 255, 55, 17-inch tires. But it hugs these turns nice. I mean, really. The suspension's a little bouncy. I don't know. We'll look at shocks at some point. But as far as road holding, and it's wet today, and these tires are, dude, they're like 11, 12 years old. They're kind of weather checked and shit. It drives nice. And like I said, you know, this thing really is a vehicle of the millennium, but it has the soul of the 70s. I say that because usually when I buy a hobby car, I listen to music of that era in the car. And when I listen to, like, let's say 1999 era music, I don't know, man, it's just not hitting right, man. This thing really wants, like, Boston, Motley Crue, like I said, early Van Halen, not Van Hagar, early Metallica, you know, and like maybe even like Alice Cooper and like Zeppelin. I feel like the dude who bought this thing brand new probably didn't listen to, like I said, Smash Mouth, Sugar Ray, any of the contemporary like alternative stuff from the era that was very popular at the time. I just don't see it, man. He was probably some dude who's just like, oh man, I want a truck with some attitude, man. I'm badass, man. You know, he's the kind of guy that maybe was like willing to fight. You know, I don't know. That's just the way this truck looks to me. But I dig it. You know what I mean? I dig it. If you're honest about what it is, it's a lot of fun. But hey, my message is always, you don't need to buy new stuff to have fun. The new stuff is absolute trash. Go out there, buy something like this if you need to haul stuff. You know what I mean? Life doesn't have to be boring. It can be fun. And these are way more fun than new cars. Way cheaper. Like I said, PLPD insurance, $8,000, simple parts, work on jack stands, live your life. It doesn't have to be expensive, man. It does not have to be expensive. But all right, as always, hey, spend smart, have fun, enjoy the drive. USA.